Welcome to Run Free and Strong. I'm Reto. In this video, I will show you what I'm doing to improve my VO2 max. I will share how I increased my VO2 max by 10% and achieved a 55 VO2 max that equates to the top 1% for my gender and age in less than 60 days. So let's take a look at our VO2 max increasing from 50 to 55 in less than 60 days. What is VO2 max and why is it important? VO2 max represents our volumetric oxygen consumption, or how much oxygen we use during physical exercise. It is the most widely used measure of aerobic fitness for runners and other endurance athletes. The other often used metric is lactate threshold. The two are related. Our VO2 max creates a ceiling for lactate threshold, or let's call it LT. And while it's important to train both, VO2 max is much more difficult to train and improve. We can achieve probably about a 20% improvement. I'll put the link on top for a video I created that explains a little bit more about lactate threshold and VO2 max. My jump in VO2 max from 50 to 55 over a less than 60-day period coincides with the Very Big Marathon by utmb that I ran on July 7th in 2024 and transitioning to my 10-week training plan for the Yeti 100-mile endurance run on September 27th, 2024. I'll be sharing quite a bit of information with you as well as some numbers. So I'm going to put some bullet points on the screen to help us follow along. First, we build a foundation. That consists of two components, training volume and training intensity. Over that less than 60-day period, or let's call it 8 weeks, I covered a total distance of 400 miles, climbed and ascended about 40,000 feet, and spent about 85 hours time on feet. Talking about running intensity, most of the running during that period of time was in zone 2 and lower zone 3 below LT1. There were a handful of progression runs where I probably pushed it into upper zone 3, still below LT2 or critical power. Concurrently with continuing to build the foundation, we improved VO2 max. Again, two components to that. One was incorporating hard efforts, and the other was doing these as progressions. First, the hard efforts. We incorporated 10 track workouts, about 30 miles of hard effort. That represents about 7.5% of total training volume over that period of time. But these weren't just simply hard efforts. These were deliberately structured and executed as progressions. Let's talk about progressions in multiple dimensions. Number one, we progressively increased the volume of hard efforts over the 60-day period from initially about 2 miles per workout to eventually 6 miles per workout. Number two, we structured these track workouts in 4-week blocks, starting in mid-May, where each block starts with short reps of 300 to 600 meters, increases to medium reps of 800 meters to a mile, and ends the 4-week block with longer reps of 2 miles to 5K repeats. We then simply rinse and repeat every 4 weeks. And finally, number three, we execute each workout in and of itself as a progression in 2 ways. One, from the first rep to the last rep, as well as within each rep. Let me illustrate. So if we're doing 3 times a mile repeat workout, that means we start out controlled the first mile, second mile is faster, and the third mile is our fastest mile. Within each rep, we mean a 1 mile repeat consists of roughly 4 by 400 meters. I know it's 1609 meters for a full mile. That means, again, progressively, we start at control the first 400 and increase the pace each successive 400 and hopefully close hard and fast. I've summarized and I'm sharing on the screen the 8 weeks of track workouts. Let's do a little bit of a deeper dive into one of these. On August 29th, the 3x1 mile workout. This represented a progression from 7:14 to 7 to 6:42 per mile Total effort was 3 miles with a 5-minute recovery between each rep. I'm going to put a few key metrics on the screen that illustrate heart rate, pace, power, as well as where in the training zones I was. When doing the weekly track workouts, we're operating mostly in upper zone 3 and zone 4. We've made a few mistakes and failed a few times, but each week is a new opportunity to correct what's not working and build endurance, strength, and speed. I hope you enjoyed the short video of how we improve our VO2 max. If you did, would appreciate if you give it a big thumbs up. If you're not already following our journey, would appreciate if you hit that subscribe button. 2 weeks out from the 8100 miler, 4 weeks out from the Kodiak 50K, lots of other cool stuff coming on the channel. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next one.